The quarterback room of the Washington Commanders have been nothing short of tumultuous, but they may have finally found their guy in LSU's Heisman Jayden Daniels. Someone, long before he was dominating with the Tigers, who was dominating all of California in high school. Attending Cajun High School in San Bernardino, an hour east of Los Angeles, Daniels was a 4-year starter, throwing for 14,000 yards and 170 touchdowns, along with 3,600 yards and 41 touchdowns on the ground. On top of this, he'd also lead his team to a state finals appearance his senior year. Being a 4-star prospect and a top dual-threat quarterback in the class of 2019, Daniels took his talents to the Pac-12 to play at Arizona State after being recruited by Antonio Pierce. Going into his freshman season as the starter, Daniels threw for just under 3,000 yards and 17 touchdowns to lead Arizona State to an 8-4 record, along with a Sun Bowl win over Florida State. Due to the pandemic in 2020, Daniels and the Sun Devils wound up playing just 4 games with a blowout win over the University of Arizona. Coming back as a junior, Jayden Daniels led the Pac-12 in completion percentage while having over 3,000 total yards and 16 touchdowns in what would be his last year of the program. Multiple coaches leaving following NCAA recruiting violations, Daniels entered the transfer portal and would eventually commit to LSU for the 2022 season. The Tigers had their best year since 2019, and Daniels had over 3,700 yards and 28 touchdowns to get LSU all the way to the SEC Championship, which will be a loss after Daniels went down in the second quarter. The senior quarterback kept momentum going from the year before and then some. Being named team captain, Jayden Daniels set the NCAA record for single-season passer rating with 208. On top of this, he'd have almost 5,000 total yards and 50 touchdowns to become the third LSU player behind Billy Cannon and Joe Burrow to win the Heisman Trophy. He'd also become the first player in FBS history to pass for 350 yards and rush for 200 in one game, finishing his career as the only player to ever pass for 12,000 yards and rush for 3,000 in FBS. Jayden Daniels declared for the NFL Draft. In a draft that featured many top quarterback prospects, Daniels' elite athleticism, playmaking ability, and solid processing and accuracy made him attractive to many teams in need, and that's why the Washington Commanders took him second overall. How will Jayden Daniels look in 2024? Can he win Rookie of the Year? Subscribe for more football stories like this.